Hello viewers, enjoying the holidays? But these holidays are not meant for enjoying but learning. Today we will learn about trigonometry. What is trigonometry? What is the purpose of learning trigonometry? Trigonometry is the knowledge of triangles. So what is a triangle? How are we classifying the triangles? All these things your earlier lessons. Now, I'll give some situations. You please tell me. That will give I'll ask you some questions also. That will give you the importance. That will make you understand the importance of learning this chapter in your class. Now, you are standing at the point A on the ground. You are observing the top of a building, which I marked as B. Now, you can form a right triangle by joining AB, and if you mark the foot of the building as C, obviously a right triangle is formed. Now, from this right triangle, you will be able to calculate the distance AC, the distance BC also. Now, in this figure, can you tell me, according to our assumptions, this is the height of the building. This is AC. AC is nothing but the distance of yourself to the building. That is the foot of the building. Okay. Now, another example we can think. Imagine this is a bank of a river. I will mark this portion as some PQ. Obviously, this is the width of the river. There is a building on this bank of the river and a girl sitting in the 6th floor. From there is a small temple here, and the temple tower is marked in this manner. And there is a small flower pot at the point Q. She is watching. If we mark this position as R, she is watching a flower pot which is kept at Q. By joining RQ, RP and PQ, won't we get a right triangle? So from this triangle, we will be able to calculate the height of the building PR and also the bank of the river. So trigonometry comes into play here. I can give you another situation also. Here, you are standing outside your house. So let us mark your position as A. You are standing here and you are watching a balloon. Balloon is flying at a distance. Now you are going and reporting this incident to your mother. She also comes and sees, but by the time the balloon goes here, that is the balloon is flying at this point, let us mark these positions as B and C and then complete a figure like this. You will get a quadrilateral like this by joining the points AD, CD, AB and BC. Here in this, with the help of this diagram, we can calculate the height at which the balloon is flying and also the speed of the balloon. So how is this possible? Again, trigonometry gives an answer. So these are all the practical applications of trigonometry. That is why learning this chapter becomes very important in class 10. Now, actually, before going into the chapter, we have to recap your earlier knowledge. Is a figure formed by 3 lines. A triangle also has 3 angles. So a triangle has got 3 sides and 3 angles. That is very fundamental. How these angles are distributed in a triangle? I am going to mark a triangle ABC. I will mark them as A, B and C, and the angles are marked as small a, small b and small c. What is the relationship? The relationship is A plus B plus C is equal to 180. Small a plus small b plus small c is equal to 180, which we call as the angle sum property of a triangle. That is, a triangle has three angles whose sum is always equal to 180. If it is beyond that or it is less than that, we cannot get a triangle. So that much you should be convinced. Now next, how do we classify the triangles as? The triangles are classified in two ways. One is according to the sides and the second classification is according to the angles. When you classify the triangles according to the angles, what are the three types of triangle that we come across? One is right angle triangle. The second is obtuse angle triangle. Obtuse angled triangle. And the third classification is all the three angles are acute. We call it as acute angle triangles. I hope you are already aware of these facts. Anyway, it is worth remembering once again. According to the sides, how are we classifying the triangles? According to the sides, we can classify the triangles into three types. One is scalene. What is meant by that? If all the three sides are of different measurements, it is called a scalene triangle. Second is, if two sides are equal, that is, out of three sides, if two sides are equal, we call it as an isosceles triangle. Now, isosceles, you please note the correct spelling. Third is, all the three sides are equal. When all the three sides are equal, we call it as an equilateral triangle. So, these are the three main classifications of the triangles according to the sides. Now, I am going to ask you a simple question. Can a triangle have two right angles? Yes? Anybody is with the answer? Definitely no. That's the right answer. Why? If we have two right angles, that sum will become 180 and there is no place for the third angle. Can a triangle have two obtuse angles? That is also not possible. Why that is not possible? If we have two obtuse angles, we all know that obtuse angles means it is 90 plus. So there are two 90 plus means the angles become 180 plus. It's not at all possible. There is no third angle. Therefore, it is also not possible. Now, I am going to ask you a third question. Can a right angle have one obtuse on right? Come on. Yes, it is also not possible. Why it is not possible? Both will get the two angles added up to a value which is more than 180. In which case, we cannot have a third angle at all. So, triangle is not possible. Now, according to the sides, if we take the sides can be of different measurements, we can have a triangle. And then two sides equal, that is also possible. All the three sides equal, equilateral triangle. Now, I am going to ask you a simple question. How can you sketch an isosceles right triangle? It is isosceles and also right. Is it possible to have such a triangle? Yes, it is possible. Can you have an acute right triangle? No, it is not possible. All the three acute means there is no right angle at all. So that is not possible. Can you have an obtuse scalene triangle? Yes, it is possible. So, for all these kinds of triangle, we can draw different diagrams. Now, I am going to draw different diagrams on the board. You have to name the triangle correctly. Whether it is, you have to tell me whether it is acute or right or obtuse or scalene or isosceles right and so on. Okay. Shall we do a simple exercise? All of you please listen to me and watch what I am writing. You can even take out your papers which you have kept it with you, and then you follow my instructions and draw a triangle. Draw a right triangle and name it. Now, name it as ABC. Angle ABC is a right angle. Therefore, the triangle ABC is a right triangle. Understood? Yes. Yes, you are drawing it. Perfect. Next, you draw an acute triangle and give a name as LMN. So, all the three angles are acute. You have drawn an acute triangle. Can you draw a scalene triangle? Scalene triangle is one which will not have all the three sides equal. So, if you draw a triangle XYZ with all the three measurements different, then it becomes a scalene triangle. Now, I am going to ask you one simple exercise. Draw a scalene right triangle. Shall we try drawing a scalene right triangle? Yes. Now, look at this. A, B, C. Now, all the three sides A, B, B, C, C, A are different, but it is still right. Therefore, this is a perfect example of a right scalene triangle. Can you draw a right isosceles triangle? Yes. How do we draw that? Now, we have to draw in such a way, making one angle as 90. Let us mark it as PQR, triangle PQR, in which angle PQR is 90 degrees and PQ is equal to QR. This is a right isosceles triangle. It is isosceles in the sense that two sides are equal. It is right angle triangle in the sense that angle Q is equal to 90 degrees. So, you will be coming across many such triangles in this chapter. So, I thought you should have the basic idea about these types of triangles. Now, in this chapter trigonometry, we are going to restrict our knowledge to right triangles, and then we will be studying various properties with respect to the acute angles of a right triangle. Come on, are you ready? Can you draw one right triangle? All of you? Once again, you draw a big right triangle. When I say right triangle means, don't think that always it should be placed in this manner. We can even draw a right triangle in this manner. We can even draw a right triangle like this. So, let me name it as PQR. This is also a right triangle. This is also a right triangle. When we say right triangle means, always you will have a tendency to draw in this manner. It doesn't matter at all if you draw like this. So, all these are right triangles. Now, in your earlier classes, you had studied a basic property of the triangle, some relationship between the angles and the sides of the triangle. Shall we recall it once again? The angle is the smallest side. Now, you take any triangle, need not be only right. It is true for any triangle. Once again, I will draw a simple and scalene triangle ABC. Now, the angles I have marked as angle A, angle B and angle C. In this diagram, I have drawn it in such a way that angle A is less than angle B is less than angle C. How do I represent it? Angle A is less than angle B is less than angle C. Now, what is the side opposite to angle A? The side opposite to angle A is BC. So, I will write BC as the smallest side. What is the side opposite to angle B? Angle B, the side opposite is angle A, side AC. I will write here. And what is the side opposite to angle C? AB. That is, now can you read this statement once again? If angle A is less than angle B is angle C, obviously the side BC is less than side AC is less than the side AB. Have you all understood? Come back to the right triangle once again. In the right triangle ABC, what will be the largest angle? The largest angle is angle B because it is a right angle. Correct? Now what is the side opposite to angle B? AC. We have given a special name for AC. Can anyone tell me what is the name given to the side AC? Yes? Yes, you are right. It is called the hypotenuse of the right triangle. The largest side of a right triangle is called the hypotenuse. 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 Now, what is the side BC? Side BC and side AB are the legs of the right angle. That is, they contain the right angle. So, now this AB and BC, they get different name with respect to the acute angles we choose. This is one important point that you have to learn. Suppose you are choosing angle C, say. With respect to angle C, we call the side BC as the adjacent side. Adjacent. With respect to angle C, side AB is opposite. Now, I want you to tell with respect to angle A. With respect to angle A, what is the hypotenuse? Whether it is with respect to angle A or angle C, AC is always the hypotenuse. AC is always the hypotenuse. With respect to angle A, the side opposite to angle A is BC, and now with respect to angle A, AC is the hypotenuse, BC is the opposite side, and AB is the adjacent. AB is the adjacent side. Now, once again, I am going to give you a simple recalling of this concept by drawing various triangles. Come on, you take out your paper. What I am going to draw on the board, you have to write it, you have to draw it in your paper, and then you have to answer to the questions that I am going to ask you. Draw a right triangle in this manner and name it as LMN. Angle L is right. Now, with respect to angle N, mention what is the hypotenuse, mention what is adjacent, and what is opposite. Now, you take another right triangle XYZ, and now with respect to angle Z, mention what is the hypotenuse, what is the adjacent, what is opposite. You take one more triangle. Let us name it as PQR. Let it be P, and this is Q, and that is R. With respect to angle R, can you tell me what is adjacent, what is opposite, what is hypotenuse? Are you all ready? You can take some 2 or 3 minutes. Quickly write down. Again, I will get back to you. You should be able to answer comfortably. Yes? Come to the triangle LMN. So, with respect to angle N, what is hypotenuse? NM. What is opposite? LM. What is adjacent? LN. Sure? If all the three are correct, you can just give a tick mark to your answer. Now, come to the triangle XYZ. With respect to angle Z, what is the hypotenuse? X is Z. What is the adjacent? ZY. What is opposite? XY. If all the three answers are correct, you can just give a tick mark. In case if you have gone wrong, please correct it then and there. Now come back to the triangle PQR. Now in this triangle PQR, with respect to angle R, can you tell me what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is QR, adjacent is PR, and opposite is PQ. Now, come on. How many of you got all the three answers right? Yes, you are going to achieve it. Very good. Well done. So, this is what we are going to study in depth in this chapter trigonometry. We will be seeing in our subsequent lessons. What all you have studied in this class, you mention point by point and be prepared for a short question answer session in our next session. Thank you. Thank you, children.